Okay, so turning this back on. Had to make some space. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, and I'm going to continue playing. So right now, again, there's that auxiliary cord going from the phone to here, and it's amplified throughout my car. Now, real quick, I'm going to turn the Bluetooth back on. Wait for that connection.
Your phone is connected. Hands-free trigger is on.
And check this out, 411. Blue Ant, speak to me.
Say a command.
Favorites.
Which favorite?
Sports.
Sports.
Okay, it then calls. I have Google Voice, but it'll automatically come up. I don't know if you can hear this.
411. To search.
Okay. We are back inside the house. Okay. And now I'm going to cover basically the root portion. Get into my phone here. Oh, crap. I still have USB turned on. Turn it off. So, right now you're looking at my phone. You're like, whoa, what the heck's going on? I want to briefly go through every app. And I'm going to be really brief, actually. I'm going to start with the wireless Tether. Okay? If you root your app and you have unlimited access, you'll be able to utilize this app. This is pretty cool. And I'm not going to get, again, too detailed with these apps, but I'll show you what it's capable of doing. So I'm going to activate it by hitting this. It's going to tether. And there you go. Wireless tether is activated. And I'm going to go to my phone. I'm going to my computer, and I'm going to disconnect from my network. So right now, it's connected to Lauren and Milton. This is the Wi-Fi network. We want it to disconnect, and we want to connect to the ad hoc, which is this is me right here. This wireless tether connection is me. I just changed the label to Magnificent, and I'm going to hit connect. And let me put my password in. Okay. So we are now connected to Magnificent, which is my phone. The IP, which you cannot see due to Google. I'm going to lift it up just gradually, but you can see that. Sprint PCS. Look how fast that loaded. Not that bad, not that bad. I'm going to go to my YouTube page. Oh, I have an app called Ad Blocker. So that's why this is displayed. Yours may not look like this when you open it up, but mine, excuse me. The way my phone is, I have it so I block ads. And Ad Blocker is a great app. So let me scroll down. I'm going to go to my video. Or my channel, I should say. And holy smokes. Yay. It's trying. And as you can see, there's the first video I did. Again, streaming, I don't recommend it, but if you're in a spot where your 3G connection is solid, it'll probably work pretty good. And let's see, should I hit play? Yeah.
Hello, YouTubers.
Oh wow.
Magnificent Milton, back with another episode of the Boost Mobile Saga. As you know, you probably know me.
No, that's not bad. That's not bad. But eventually, going into the video, it will lag. So that is a pretty cool feature. Now, give me 1 second because I want to show you. Actually, no, I'll just show you right now. The other cool feature. You ever seen the video of? I'm going to shut off my wireless tether right now and disconnect. Have you ever seen the video of the the Google Nexus commercial where the kid is trying to activate his dad's phone? Excuse me, they're doing some work over here. Let's just scroll over there. Well, anyway, have you ever seen the Google Nexus commercial? Kid uses his face for facial recognition in order to unlock the phone. This actually is possible with the LG Marquee. I know. I was just as excited as the next person. There's an app called, I'm not sure if you can see this. It's called Face Lock. And I'll put these apps in the description of the YouTube video. Face Lock actually works pretty good. The only downfall to it is if you have a brother or sister that looks just like you, facial recognition is just basically it measures all type of measurements on your face. If the phone recognizes that criteria, boom, it'll unlock your phone. So I'm going to turn it on right now. And as you can see, it doesn't recognize my face. But I don't know if you can see it right now. If the facial recognition does not work, it'll say enter pattern. You can't see my pattern. Boom. Now, I'm going to see if I can angle this correctly so that you can see it working. I turn my phone off, turn it back on. It still does not recognize me. And there you go. Facial recognition accepted. And again, it's a little flaky because sometimes it'll recognize you, it won't recognize you. But it is, as far as security, it is pretty good. Again, if you have a brother and sister that looks just like you, that's alright. It does drain your battery, so be very careful. So I'm going to shut this down. Speaking of battery, yes, I know, I'm getting to that. Juice Defender. So I'm going to unlock with pattern. Take this off. Okay. The next app I want to get into, Juice Defender. Okay. Juice Defender is good because what it does, and as you can see, it'll look like this when you get the app. I'm going to enable it and cut this off. What it does, basically, you'll see it pop up. I made it so the icon actually is displayed at the top of my phone. Whenever it gets there you go. Just popped up. And basically what it does, it shuts down unnecessary services that are running in the background, because this is what's basically draining your battery. Typically all the data, like your Facebook, Gmail, things that require a network connection, that are constantly running in the background, it shuts it off completely, especially when the phone is not in use, I should say. You can customize it to your liking, so you can have the app running at a certain time that you want it to work at a certain time. You can disable everything but the phone connection itself and the text messages. And yes, if you use this app and you turn off your phone, I think the only thing it really keeps on is the phone calls. So you'll get your phone calls, you'll get your text messages. And as soon as you turn the phone on and you unlock it and everything, it'll activate your Gmails, your Facebook, and it'll give you the updates. It only gives you updates when you use the phone. So as soon as your phone is in this black mode, turned off, shuts off everything. So it's a pretty cool app. So I'm going to catch up on that. Another cool app I have, after unlocking it, rooting it, It's called a screenshot. So if you're iPhone users, iPhone, if you have the iPhone, you can take a screenshot by holding down the home key, and people can see what you're seeing on your phone. You took a snapshot of it. Well, the app Screenshot does that as well. And I'm going to start the service. And as you can see, if you have your phone rooted, screen will pop up saying you're allowed to utilize the max. I don't know. I'm making up BS. But basically, you basically have control over your phone. I'll just make that long story short. But as you can see, the icon displays right up here. Anything that I do, if I go online, no matter where I go, the screen this will never move until I hit it. So if I want a snapshot of this, I'll hit the icon. Okay, and it'll say, hey, do you want to share this on Facebook? Do you want to save it to your phone? Do you want to edit it out, etc., etc.? I am going to not put this on Facebook because people will get sick and tired of me posting these photos. I will, however, shut down. Oh, did I hit it all the way? No, I didn't. There we go. And I'm going to turn that off. Stop the service. And again, I'll put all these apps on the description of my YouTube video. And let's see, what else do we have to cover? Yes, one more thing. The Samsung Transform Ultra. Using my wireless tether to test out the front-facing camera. Let me get that set up, and I'll be right back. Oh, this sucks. I forgot. Because it's an ad hoc connection, wireless connection, it won't work. So it looks like we're going to be forced to at least just look at it from a Wi-Fi perspective. So I'm going to have the Samsung Transform Ultra on my Wi-Fi and the LG Marquee on my Wi-Fi, and then we'll do the front-facing camera. So let's see. Give me 1 second. Let me set this up. Okay, got everything all set up. Here's my one account. I want to do a video call. Okay, there you go. I'm going to answer the video call. Oh my God. Creepy. Okay, I'll take this away from here so you don't hear that sound amplified. Okay, I'll leave this over here. Boy, that is annoying. I'm going to turn down the volume on that. But how cool is that? Okay. And let me turn on the volume on this too. Okay. Now you won't hear that loud, annoying echo. But that's how it is. Okay. So, pretty cool, huh? Alright, so this is the Samsung Transform Ultra. Here is the LG Marquee. They both have front-facing cameras. That's one of the advantages of both phones. I love both phones. Unfortunately, I just prefer the LG Marquee, typically because of, well, come on, let's look at the phone. The display is much larger, more defined. I have no beef with the Samsung Transform Ultra. It's a good phone. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's go in this mode. This is the... What are we looking at here? Oh, let's look at my cat sleep. Okay, so, ready? I'll let Buddy play with it. Put the display on Buddy for a second. Hey, big guy, you mind if I leave this here? You're gonna talk to the YouTube people there, buddy. Okay. So I got Buddy here. Buddy! Kitty! buddy. This is the Samsung Transform Ultra right now. He is not paying attention, so that's okay. That's okay. I just want to give you a feel of what to expect on a Wi-Fi network. 3G, there we go. He is... Now he's doing it. Oh, there's buddy. All right, here's the LG Marquee. Okay, he is licking the camera. Buddy, don't lick the camera. Buddy. Buddy. Oh, Jesus, cat. But anyway. So then concludes all the stuff you can do with LG Marquee. If you have the phone, try these out. Maybe you have some ideas that I don't know about. Feel free to share them. I'd like to see if I can replicate it, make a video. And so this concludes part 2. Maybe it might be the last video for the LG Marquee. Maybe not. I might find something else, and I'll definitely pass on my knowledge to you guys. So it's been real and wonderful. I don't think I messed up in this video, except for the part where the whole 3G experiment, it still sucks, kind of sucks, but whatever. It's okay. I'll get past that. Thank you for your time, and remember to subscribe. I'll subscribe to you. If you have any questions, hit me up with something. I will definitely hit you back. Maybe not right away, because sometimes I'm working and I get caught up in certain projects, like my album, New Chapter, instrumental, coming out soon. Well, that's it. Have a nice one. See ya. Okay, so let me just go over how to increase the performance of your LG Marquee. I will say, let's see, there is a, wow, I cannot get there. ROM manager is what we're going to use. It's right there. Again, you have to root your phone in order to do it. So, once you root your phone, and you're able to actually scratch that. I'm sorry. The app is actually called Android Overclock. I am very, very sorry. Android Overclock. You still have to root your phone, by the way. Android Overclock, which you see right here. I'm going to click on that. Yeah, basically, your phone, if you have the LG Marquee, is a gigahertz processor. Now, to many of you, you probably do not care what the hell it is, but it definitely makes a difference to your performance, or sorry, it makes a difference as to how your cell phone performs when you're doing multitasking. So, you know, each time you're playing draw something, and then you got your email going, you got Facebook going, this is all processes. And a gigahertz is just basically a length of process that it'll take your phone to fluctuate between the three. You know, I'll put it this way: when you guys got your phone, and I'm pretty sure everybody got their phone, it was set just like this. And again, you need to root your phone in order to do this. If you look at the processes, I have Facebook open, I have Gmail open, and you see it fluctuating back and forth between 300 megahertz and 1,000 gigahertz, which is 1,000 megahertz, which is 1 gigahertz. So the frequency is just basically the performance of the phone is going back, up and down, up and down, up and down. And again, depends on what type of program you have open. It's going to say, this is basically telling you, as a phone, the maximum that you can use for the chip that's inside your computer, your cell phone, is 1 gigahertz. That's what you can process. The minimum you can do is 300. Now, this is supposed to be some type of setting where I want to say it basically just performs based off the programs you are using. It's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, because as you notice, if you use your phone, you notice if you're real fast with your cell phone and you go from one program to the other, you notice that slowing down. It's basically this processor going back and forth between 1,000 megahertz or 1,000 megahertz and 300 megahertz. I told the phone now I'm going to change that setting And that's as simple as it gets. The maximum you want set, 1,000. The minimum is 1,000. This basically just tells the phone, I'm going to always operate on a gigahertz, 1 gigahertz process at all times. I'm not going to fluctuate between, the frequency. It's just going to be that type of frequency ran. And you'll notice the difference when you're scrolling back and forth, you're interchanging between programs, etc., etc. Overclocking. Now, if you noticed when I opened up Android Overclock, the maximum was set was 1 gigahertz, and that's what you see when you look at the specs of this phone, 1 gigahertz. If you want to do more than 1 gigahertz, which I don't recommend, and I'll tell you why in a minute, you can do that, but you need what's called like a kernel. It's basically like just think of it as some type of program that you can integrate on your phone that basically tricks your phone into thinking it has more than a gigahertz processor on the phone. You can possibly speed it up to 4. All right, now it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, and I'll tell you why. The good thing is, you'll definitely notice the difference between the phone, but you got to think of your processor. You're kind of overworking it. So think of a car that was, upgraded. You're driving around, and it's fast now, and your car was designed. The engine was designed to go say give or take 140 miles an hour. You've made some special configurations, computer configurations to your engine, so that it can go 180 miles an hour. But you didn't get the necessary hardware or the car parts in the engine to make it sustain that type of speed consistently. What's going to happen? Well, eventually it's going to blow up. That could happen with your phone. I can say it's going to blow up in your face, but you could kill the processor or damage the phone. But that's what basically overclocking is. You're taking what your chip is supposed to be doing, and you're making it like Superman. That's why I don't recommend it, because you can have some drawbacks to that. So basically the setting that I have it, the way I have it set now, it's basically setting the max to 1 gigahertz, the minimum to 1 gigahertz. They go to 1 megapixel thing going on all over again. As long as you have it set that way, you'll notice the difference in the performance, and it will be good. Now, again, if you combine this with the Juice Defender, you can't go wrong, and you will love the phone. It will be a great thing to have, and that's it for that. Let's move on to the next clip.